On the last episode of the Shackle for One and the Million.
The labor shortage. You just heard the soundbite. Why companies cannot find workers. That's because many people are launching new businesses. You think that punk ass $300 is what's keeping somebody from going to work? COVID. Make sure this ain't something I damn need. All COVID did was rip the cover off of what was already going on. Now let me explain something to you. This was done by the very people that stormed the Capitol. White folk, basically. In the mid-'80s, Ronald Reagan started tearing down the labor unions. 40-some-odd% of people back in the 1940s and 50s were in labor unions. Now today, it's only 6%. Then he talked you into getting rid of welfare. What they say? The blacks is abusing the system. Welfare queens. Well, as most of us already know, that when white women, white farmers, that's what welfare was created for, to help them. They didn't have to put the man out when it came to the black woman getting it. They did. What does that got to do with labor unions? I'm working up to that. Then they told you, well, we don't need labor unions because the darkies getting all the jobs. I ain't finna pay no nigga $30 an hour over here at GM to put no hubcap on no damn car. So we need to break up the unions. Plus, they got too much power. If we could cut down labor costs, we could make more profit. Wasn't happening. So let's send all of our jobs overseas. That'll do it. And then what we'll do is get our stuff, buy it back from somebody else. Did you know salmon? It's a good fish if you're into salmon. It is caught here in America. We ship it to China where it's processed. And then them fools ship it back here. You ever heard of such a thing? We don't produce anything. Look at the supply chain now. When that ship got stuck out there in the Suez Canal. I mean, just check it out. And it's just sad because these people have just decided send everything out of the country. Now you want people to come back to these crappy jobs where you don't want to pay. No one wants to do that. You work in a restaurant, you making damn $2.75 an hour plus tips. Really? You supposed to survive off of that? Meanwhile, they're paying the CEO $30 million. But here's what's going on with that. Another reason that companies are struggling to find workers to meet a historic boom in customer demand. A new study using data that allows researchers to more precisely track new businesses across time and place finds that the surge coincides with federal stimulus and is strongest in black community. Black folks starting businesses in droves. See, here's what them folk don't want. Homie of mine told me this when we first got laid off from driving motor coaches. They don't want niggas sitting around thinking. They damn sure don't want niggas sitting around smoking and thinking. Because a nigga gonna come up with a plan. And what's happening right now in droves, people are starting their own businesses. They're taking a chance. People have went back to school. People are switching career fields. Okay. You know what's really hurting them? Baby boomers. Baby boomers are retiring in droves. They didn't expect that. You was pushing ageism trying to get them out of them companies once they hit a certain level in pay and benefits. You was trying to get them out. And those in the baby boom that are 65 years old and older, they figure, hey, I might as well cash out now. So you done lost 1/3 of the workforce. From what I understand, 1/3 of restaurants are never coming back. So here's my math. If 1/3 of the restaurants aren't coming back, that leaves 2/3 of the restaurants. Where's the 1/3 of the people that worked in there? Shouldn't it be an overwhelming thing here? See what I'm saying? You can't get past me. I'm from Gary, Indiana, fam. You can't get it past me. You can't bump my head. How do you have a shortage? Maybe these people woke up to the game and got tired of you bumping their damn heads. You don't have to have a storefront anymore. They got pop-ups, ghost restaurants. Everything's online. There's more opportunity because there's a different business model today. Okay. People are scared of catching COVID. Don't make a damn about that 300. That ain't no money. Grand scheme of things. I made more money than I bring home on the stimmy. I mean, I'm Gucci. I live in a 2-income household. Jackie O works as well. But people are starting their own thing. It's contributing to the worker shortage. A lot of people say, why would I go back to a $30,000 a year job if I can do better? So they took their stimmy, and what they did was put it into their business. You know, it's been 3 rounds of the stimmy. And people just using it to advance their lives. People are tired. I'm 60 years old. When I was growing up, every time I went over some kinfolk's house, my auntie, my grandmama Neil, we went to somebody's house, fam. Not no apartment. I know we make good money in my household. We ain't balling. But we make decent money, and we in a damn double wide. Where your house at? You busting your ass at your job. Where your house at? Some of you have had a home and seeking to buy another one. That's where we are right now. Ain't nobody going back to those shitty ass jobs. That's why you letting all these immigrants in here. You need somebody to come do that for you, huh? You stole that dude's shoes there, huh? Yeah. Don't nobody want them crappy jobs. People elevated themselves, man, when they had the stimmy. What did you do when you were on the stimmy? People aren't going back. Nobody wants to be a part of that. Well, I'm just working. I'm missing out. It's about work-life balance. And you always hear when they talk about family, it's always their family. Let somebody pass away in your family or be sick in your family or need something in your family. Can you be in tomorrow? Can you come in after you do that? Something happened in their family, they're going to take off a week. They preach family, they don't mean family, fam. Nobody going back to them crappy ass jobs, man.
Tune in every week at 10 a.m. for the Shaka 41 and the main event. Only on the new PushGapRadio.com.